Welcome to Caution Toons, and we're talking about how The Grinch Stole Christmas. Is it still the ultimate holiday classic?
Yes.
This is one of those movies where I've always admired Jim Carrey because they buried him in this makeup, like the Grinch makeup. He's
Yeah.
buried so far in there. I heard he literally considered it actual torture, like you know he told the story about how it got so bad that he wanted to just quit the movie, and they had to literally call in a CIA guy who's trained in teaching people how to endure torture to kind of get him through this
That's
movie.
crazy.
Yeah, it took him like 8 hours of makeup. Eight hours, like almost every day. I think he said he put the makeup on over like 100 something times. I'm like,
He was dedicated. He was dedicated.
Jim Carrey said, "I did it for the kids."
Yep.
Yeah,
And
now,
he
any-
loved the kid. I ain't gonna lie, he was good. He good
Kids.
in all his movies. He is a talented.
yeah, I was about to say
talented
that. Anything, down there, anything with Jim Carrey, down there, classic.
But what's incredible is like, despite the fact that he's being like in all of this thick makeup, when you see his performance, he's still Jim Carrey. He's still, you can see Jim Carrey's facial movements kind of get through the thick makeup, and that's a hard thing to do. So it just shows you how good of an actor he was. But yeah, no, I get it. Some people think that this version of how A Grinch Stole Christmas is bloated. They think that it gives it too much of a backstory it really didn't need. Even Dr. Seuss's widow, his wife, she disliked the movie, right? She didn't think it was all that great, but she did appreciate, the visuals. So, and it was kind of divided among critics, but for me, I get the flaws. The flaws are there, but I do think that it's a better movie than perhaps people give it credit for.
Well, one of my things is like, okay, if you're in the holiday spirit, you want to watch a Christmas movie, why watch this one? Why watch about the Grinch stole Christmas? When you want to feel Christmasly, you don't really want to see this little green guy stealing people's toys.
Because at the end, he became the good guy.
But and I'm glad you brought that up because that's the appeal, right? We're watching this guy that is kind of a villain, but through the course of the story, you see how he changes and he evolves and he becomes to appreciate, Christmas, and he doesn't go through with it, right? He saves Christmas in the end.
Man, he was a thief. Like that's what it comes down to. He was a thief.
Nah,
No.
bro.
No,
Don't do my man like that, bro.
I had a cousin like him. Took all my toys.
What are you talking about? That was caution.
It sounded like Cairo was upset about last Christmas.
My parents used to tell me that all the time. The Grinch came.
Man.
Oh, God.
Carol, you gotta get over this, brother. Like this has been Christmas, and this is years ago, brother.
But
Don't
no,
come blame the movie for your problems, bro.
ultimately, it is a classic movie. It's a fun movie.
I gotta admit, they did put like a lot of work bringing this kind of story to like live action, because it would have been so easy to kind of, I don't know, do like a less faithful version of it. But when you see how they kind of recreate Dr. Seuss's world, in real reality, like kind of recreating all of the people who lives in the town, Whoville, kind of actually building
and
the
that's
city.
another thing. It always reminds you, like, how these, like, I wish it was like this in real life. Like every neighborhood around you is just straight Christmassy, lights everywhere. That's the type of vibe that movie brings. Yeah, man. Like I love that Christmassy feel that Grinch Stole Christmas bring.
Well, I was gonna say even the set, like I think the city they built for the movie, I think it was like one of the largest sets ever made. It was roughly half a city block. So they went in with the budget on this movie.
So that's why I say, yeah, Grinch Stole Christmas is it's in my top 5.
So how do you think Caution and Cairo, if you want to chime in, how do you think that this version compares to the original classic, the original 1966 animated movie?
Well, I feel like I usually hate adaptations of movies, but I feel like it worked pretty well up here. Usually, like I say, adaptations is pretty bad, like of recent years. But we got Jim Carrey, the Christmas, the setting is pretty good.
Well, this is where I guess some of the mixed opinion comes in because the original, how the Grinch Stole Christmas is a lot more straightforward. They don't give the backstory for how the Grinch became the Grinch, right? They just kind of tell you, oh, okay, he's somebody born with an unusually small heart, and that is the motivating reason why he feels a certain way about people and Christmas, and we're off, right? It's like it just gives you more of a straightforward plot. This is a bad guy, and this is what he's going to do in order to end Christmas. Whereas in this movie, we see the origin story. We see the Grinch as a child, and we see how the town kind of treated him and how that, turned him into the Grinch and how it kind of showed you his growth. Now, some people think, well, that was unnecessary. It made the movie bloated. I happen to think that it added a lot to the character.
I think it added to that character because
it gave more of a reason than, oh, well, his heart just happens to be unusually small.
Because it made him more like, okay, I can understand where he comes from. People treating him basically bad and stuff. So I actually think it added more to his character in the adaptation. But I'm also surprised that this movie grossed around like $345 million.
This was Jim Carrey at his probably, well, not peak, but he was close to it, right? This was like 90s, 2000s Jim Carrey, so it wasn't a shock to me that the movie made a lot of money, right?
Don't it, just because it plays on TV, don't it still like generates money and stuff like that because it's on air still?
Yeah,
Christmas time.
Yeah,
you know how
it does. It's like it plays, like you say, Caution every year, right? It's like you can argue that this movie is a modern, classic, compared to like your Home Alones and this and that.
Yeah, some people they still probably getting paid off this movie.
But I was gonna say that, yeah, for me as an adaptation, I happen to really have a fondness for the Jim Carrey Grinch movie. Not everybody's cup of tea, but I really, really enjoyed it. What about you guys? Did you have any final thoughts?
Y'all still feel like it hold up?
Every year it holds up.
I would say
every year somebody dressing like Grinch, they still like their kids' Christmas present.
I would say parts of it hold up. I'm not 100% with that. It's like because again, I can see the flaws. I can see
AI can see everything. Robots can see everything.
You already know. So of course I'm going to be more critical.
See, they say you can see it, but people like me and Cairo, we don't really see those things.
Well, I'm not gonna. They had
like the excitement.
It did have some over the top humor that I wasn't really fond of a little bit, but I mess with Jim Carrey. I like I said, he did a phenomenal job in this.
Jim Carrey definitely goes over the top, but it works. I guess
it definitely worked.
But anyways, guys, we want to know what you think. Do you still think this is the ultimate holiday classic? Let us know in the comments. And until then, I'm T-Rex.
I'm Cairo.
And this is Caution.
And we're out.